Right, Shalom, praise the Yahweh Shemel Shai, the ones of the apostles at GreatMillStone. This article here, how does the RFID implant revolution affect you? Now, it's a long article, so I'm not going to read it all. Best VPNs, good. I mean, I've read the start of it, but I see how long it is, but there were some points in it, so it seems like a good article. I'll just start reading because I'm going to go into the scriptures. In Brave New World, Aldous Huxley describes a world in which Big Brother has coerced people into accepting a surveillance state, compared to George Orwell's similarly prophetic masterpiece, 1984. Brave New World is much closer to the bone. Nowadays, people have indeed submitted to handing over every detail of their lives to social media sites like Facebook. How many people don't realize, however, is that their social media data can be mined to discover just about everything about them. Evidence keeps emerging that intelligence agencies are using social media to discover people's race, religious affiliation, sexual preferences, even whether they are substance abusers. Advertisers track us, and mandatory data retention laws force ISPs to store our web browsing history. What's more, the Edward Snowden relations prove that the governments are willing to spy on their own citizens. So that's good information, because we know that according to the scriptures, Esau is trying to establish a new world order. Job 5, and the scripture says when he's about to eat his belly, meaning when he's about to fulfill, you sit down and eat. Oh yeah, we got this new world ordering. You know, it talks about his craft not prospering, that the enterprise shall not prosper. That's the elites. The elites want that new world order. It says now that people and all governments are building mass databases about them, awareness about digital privacy has exploded. Naturally, everybody's looking at the next generation of emerging technologies with skepticism. Microchip implants are invasive by their nature. With just about every technology so far, the internet, social media, smartphones, facial rec being used to snoop on its citizens, it seems natural to presume that RFID chips will do the same. So that's what the RFID chip is for control, to be a complete slave to the elites. Okay, in the book Spy Chips, Catherine and Liz bring this frightening notion to life. Their book describes a world in which corporations and governments use chips to trap people incentively. In the first chapter it says, one day these devices will tell management whom you're chatting with at the water cooler and how long you spent in the restroom, even whether or not you've washed your hands. Our next generations of workers could be conditioned to obediently accept this degrading surveillance through forced early exposure. Now, haven't they got now in the workforce, like Amazon, that company, they got robots. And I've worked in Amazon, so I know that, mate. They've got fucking robots, okay, that do that pack boxes and shit. But that's part of Esau's plan. The notion that the chip implants might one day become mandatory is immensely disturbing, especially if it can be used to track you. But what is the truth about RFID implants? How malevolent are they really? What benefits, if any, do they bring to the table that might offset those nefarious capabilities? So this is a lot. Like I said, this is a long article, man. But I'm reading into it because it's going into a lot of stuff. Look, Free Square Market. Remember what happened with that? But let's go back. Let's go to the scriptures quickly, and I'll read that. Revelations 3:16, and he causeth all people, man, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, that no man might buy or sell, say he that have the mark. Okay, so that's a system where you can't do anything unless you're chipped. That's what he wants, and that's why all this, the Internet of Things, and all that is leading to. People are chipped now. They're monitoring people's already. All they gotta do is centralize it through one chip. End of. In Sweden, how many people have been implanted and already using microchips? In the forward-thinking Scandinavian country, citizens use RFID chips inserted to their hands to gain entry to gyms, to access the public rail station, to get into work and to log into computers. They've got countries where they already got the system somewhat in place, trial run places, and they do things like that. At Free Square Market in Wisconsin, willing employers have decided to follow in Sweden's futuristic footsteps, so they're doing it now. Willing employees have been microchipped by the Swedish firm Biohacks. The chip lets those employees open doors, clock in, log into their computer terminal without a password, and even use vending machines. To most people, the idea of being chipped for those relatively minor benefits may seem silly, especially if it severely threatens their privacy. One of the leading experts on implanted chips into humans has a rather different opinion. He has been happily using a chip embedded in his own hand to unlock and start his car, get into his home, unlock a gun, log in to his computer without the need for a password, and host other things since way back 2005. Okay. Sleeping Easy. Gustav is part of a Seattle-based startup called Dangerous Things. He believes that most people are overly alarmist about implants and, in his opinion, inherently confessed about the actual dangers of current RFID. Okay. So you got people that are for it, you got people that are against it, but then when the next attacks come or the next major event, no food, people are going to be begging for it because they can't eat and stuff like that. People are dropping dead through disease. People will already rely on state, so that they're going to run to get like what the scripture says, because he calls of all, and he calls of Revelation 13:16, and he calls of all, both great and small, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, that no man might buy or sell, say he that have the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So they're gonna say, look, mate, how are we gonna eat? I need to, people are gonna do that. So he's talking about at the moment implants have no power source, and a power source would necessary if the chips are going to evolve into much featured spy chips of the future. Bullshit. They already got it in place. I'm not even going to read that. Well, the negatives of implanting are somewhat non-existent for the time being. The positive aspects of chips are self-evident. Passwords are the most. And you know what? This is what they're trying to do. They're trying to sell to you. Oh, look what you can do. You can get in your car. You can do this. You can do that. It's bullshit, man. It's bullshit. If any of you guys take this, you're going to be destroyed. Okay, let me go on down. Dangerous potential. I'm not even going to read that. You know why? Because you ain't got no business getting chipped. Okay. So like I said, it's a good article. You can read it in your own time. They're going into a few things. And, you can read all of this. But like I said, they're tackling it from some kind of a technical standpoint. But like I said, man, the scripture says that you ain't supposed to take the RFID. Look what it says at the end there. The tech has some pretty serious security advantages, which anyone involved with cryptocurrencies is advised to keep themselves informed on. As such, the RFID industry would do well to paint its products in a far less scary way. So these having a debate about whether, well, we just read what the scripture says. The scriptures tells you, I think it's Revelation 20. Anyone has the mark, you're going to receive the plagues. If I recall. if it's in Revelations 20. There's a scripture on it, I just can't remember where it is. There's one that basically says, well, here's one that if you don't, Revelation 20:4, if you don't take the chip, a lot of brothers are gonna become martyrs. But anyway, if you take the mark of the beast, you're gonna be destroyed. You know, you shall receive the plagues. Okay. So with that, let's say shalom. Probably post it up in the board. Anyway, stay up, man.